It seems sometimes like the whole world's on fire at the same time.
It is.
Huh. That's why we need Jesus, people.
Yeah,
You got to put your faith in God, not in politicians. I've talked to you in the past about the trim party.
Oh, yeah. That's the one that you started.
Yes, and the other day I was driving. I did a route picking up tomatoes and apples and stuff that we got. Excuse me. Oh, I'm so sorry. I did a route picking up tomatoes and apples and different things coming out of Hendersonville, North Carolina, because that's their season. Wow.
That's just so funny that you go to Hendersonville.
Well, I don't drive all the way there anymore. I now have guys I meet. I used to, 20 years ago, I went to every farm myself, me and 4 or 5 guys in my truck and a trailer, and we literally went around and I was picking myself. I'd have one guy that drove the truck. I'm a quick picker. I can pick corn and different things. I pick peaches, picked apples. I've done everything. Peppers, beans, you name it, I picked it. I just refuse to do strawberries. That's why God make watermelons.
Is it because the strawberries you have to pick from the ground?
Because I'm 6'2.5", almost 6'3", and I'm not. I just if I would
Get it.
if I picked your strawberries, they'd be $25 a basket, and that's just the way it is. All right, I wouldn't cut no bones about it. Tyson's being sued right now by chicken farmers, and I think I'm not.
That's a good thing.
I'm not a big sue type guy. I'm not really big on suing people. But I think this is a good lawsuit. I think in Missouri, the chicken farmers, and I'm going to say this because I'm not a big union guy anymore either. I used to be like, yeah, union, because I worked at the sugar mill and the refinery when I was growing up. And sometimes you had to have unions because they were like your big brother. They would help you make sure that if something bad happened to you, you got covered. Like if you slipped and fell in the refinery or if a machine grabbed your finger or, I was standing next to a guy who got electrocuted. And it was his fault though. He didn't lock out. It was late on a Friday.
Did he die?
He died like 6 months later of an infection. He lived for about 6 months. Yeah, but it burned his feet off, burned his hands off, blew through whole off his body. I had to say when OSHA trains you, listen, when they train you for OSHA for electrical assistant work, so I was what was I doing? What's the name of it? There's a name for it
Why was there no vomit warning on this segment?
when I was an electrician's helper. I was kind of studying to do my journeyman. I was young. I was 19. And, I don't know. I had different jobs, farming and working in refineries where I lost my college scholarship. So maybe I was 19 or 20, give or take. But when they take you through the training, they tell you about a 2x4, about a piece of wood, that if you ever see anybody get stuck in an electrical panel or high voltage electricity, do not grab them, do not touch them, because you're not strong enough to get them off of it. You will be connected to them,
Right.
and then you will start
Circuit.
you will start being electrocuted along with the person you're trying to save. So they teach you to find a 2x4. So you just went crazy. Boom. Find a 2x4 when you took your headphones off. It's in the headphones. That's where it's at. All right. That's cool. That's good to know. And I don't mind this stuff being on air. People need to know we're working through our deals. We're going to get it fixed one day. I'm going to go down this Saturday. I haven't had a chance to get back to the guitar store, but I got your note of all the things I need to get that box working. And I think the headphone box I bought.
It was just one cable.
Okay, well, so I had time to go down there. And I don't know if I want to shop on Amazon anymore.
Okay.
I don't think I'm going to order anything else on Amazon.
Okay.
I think I'm going to do my part to support mom and pop's businesses.
I'm going to shop on Amazon every day.
You're part of the problem.
I will get all of my meat and vegetables and organic meats.
Thank you for being part of the solution. So yeah, there's the great line. You're either part of the problem or part of the solution. What do you choose to be? And I understand how convenient Amazon is. We bought some on Amazon the other day, and it got there the same day. We ordered it like 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and it said, that's nice. Playing with the dog?
Yeah, I'm going to bring the dog up to join us.
Pull the chair back. You got a camera on yourself? Brody, go get on the radio. Go get in the chair, Brody. We have the dog who will climb into a chair and sit like a human being with us at the table. And you got to get the chair out. He's a big dog. You got to make sure you got room to get in. Back to the scheduled broadcast. We ordered something on Amazon like at 2 o'clock, and it showed up. It said, estimated delivery 11:48 p.m. We're like, there ain't no way. And literally at 11:48, dude shows up at our front door and drops the box on our porch. Anyways.
I love it.
So I get it. I get the idea.
Christmas every day.
I get the idea of it, how convenient it is. And when Alyssa started teaching, she did that Amazon wish list. And it was a very easy way for a lot of people around the country to buy something and have it shipped right to Alyssa.
I'm so glad everyone.
You know, so yeah, it was an amazing turnout. So thank you for everybody who helped out with Alyssa in her teaching career. So I get the good behind it. I really do. And there is some good behind it. But also, it's putting businesses out. Local businesses, retail businesses, it's putting out of business.
If it put out Walmart, that would be okay with me.
Yeah, I don't shop at Walmart.
I try not to.
I don't go to Walmart at all. I just don't. I don't like Walmart. Not that going to Target's any better or going around to the malls is any better. I don't know. I don't like Walmart. I don't care for them. We may need them one day as a sponsor, though. I don't think I'll take the money. Would we?
I'll take money.
Are we for sale? We're not for sale.
Nope.
Speaking of, going back to the earlier part of the show, not just small businesses are failing. Do you know 1,647 retail giants are closing their doors?
Like who?
Walmart, not Walmart, I'm sorry, Dollar General, Family Dollar. Yeah, they're building Dollar Generals everywhere, but they're closing some. Family Dollar closed like 180 stores or something. Sears, JCPenney's.
I didn't know Sears was still around.
Yes, they do mostly like auto and tires now. It's weird. But JCPenney's, and I don't have the list. I moved off of that. I should have covered it earlier, but 1,647, I remember that number, it's stuck in my head. Major, what you would call people who you think could, they're the people that, companies that you would think are immune to this. Right? They're so big, they're so powerful, they got so much revenue, they got so much owned money, they have so much cash flow, they have so much, whatever, that you would think that they can survive the stuff that small businesses are going through. But even companies like that are downsizing and cutting and closing places and closing locations, cutting back staff. It's
in order to keep some of the stores open and some of the employees still employed.
Right. Yeah, it's again the fine lines between insane and insanity that we have to operate in. But the chicken farmers in Missouri have all gotten together and they're suing Tyson for the abrupt end of their contracts. And I think it's great because we've covered this before where Tyson's one of these companies. And by the way, I encourage all of my listeners to never buy a Tyson chicken product again in your life.
I won't.
Never again. They are not for the people. They are not for their farmers. They are not for their consumers. The crap that they put in their food, because they have so much money and so much power, the lobbyists that they have employed that go to Washington and fight the FDA and the EPA and the stuff that they are allowed to put in their food that should be against the law is criminal. It's absolutely criminal. If you've ever seen a chicken nugget made before it becomes a chicken nugget, the green slime.
I thought it was pink.
Pink. Yeah, pink. I don't know why I said green. The pink slime is atrocious. And all the stuff that they use to make that, not just that. There's been undercover after undercover videos of when they go through, so listen, wherever there's livestock, it's going to be dead stock, right? Even on a small farm or a big farm, it happens. You can't be mad at a big farm because animals die on it. Animals die all the time. That's just the way it works, all right? But when Tyson advertises vegetarian-fed chickens, humanely raised chickens.
Except for the chicken over there eating Dolly's head because she died earlier this week.
Well, that's okay. That's nature. If a chick, well, you can't stop nature. Chickens are omnivores. They eat everything.
They do.
All right, chicken. If you raise a backyard chicken, that thing eats worms. If it finds a roach or a lizard, or that's just what chickens do. Okay, but when you advertise vegetarian-fed chickens, humanely raised chickens, and then somebody does a video of in the morning and a front-end loader, they lose so many chickens every night at Tyson that every morning there's two guys on the ground, one guy driving a front-end loader. And there's a guy on the left and a guy on the right going through chicken houses, and they come out and they fill the front-end loader with dead chickens.
That's hideous.
Now, it happens because chickens like to huddle. They like to group up. They overheat each other. They accidentally kill each other. They step on each other. If there's a sick one, the group kills it, right? The flock kills it. Things happen. That's just nature. The problem is they take the dead chickens and they go down to the grinder bin where all the feed is being ground up, and they dump the chickens in feathers and all.
But I thought some of them were killed because they were sick.
They are.
Great.
Again, Tyson doesn't care. They only care about profits. They give a bad name to capitalism and small business. and they dump all those chickens into the grinder. They get ground up with the feed, and they feed all the chickens with the dead chickens. But they advertise humanely raised. We have standards, blah, 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 vegetarian fed chickens.
Maybe you need to give them a tour of a humanely raised chicken farm.
Tyson?
Yeah.
No, I don't want Tyson on my property. So we got something cool coming down the line. We're doing a video we're putting out on YouTube. And it's going to be kind of like, I've done some educational stuff, I guess you call it.
Oh, those are fantastic. They are fantastic.
You love them?
Yeah, we don't know about that stuff because most of us buy our meat in a pretty little package at the grocery store. I do not know where the meat comes from on the cow.
Okay.
I never knew that you used a saw.
Okay.
There's so much stuff that I'm finding interesting and like, okay, I can deal with seeing Miss Moo Moo no longer on the ranch and now getting cut up. I'm trying. That's going to be a little bit hard for me, but I think the educational aspect will be good.
Okay. All right. No, I think it's good for everybody because we have been so displaced from our food as Americans that that's why we don't fight more for our food because we don't understand where food comes from as a whole. I understand there's a lot of people that still hunt and fish and farm and they get it, they know, but there's a lot more people that have no idea where a ribeye steak comes from or where a chicken breast comes from, even though it's in the name, right? You would think a chicken breast would come from a chicken.
Wait, are you going to tell me a chicken breast doesn't come from the chicken's breast?
It does.
Okay.
I'm saying it's in the name. So you would assume people would know a real chicken.
I thought you were going to say, no, it comes from the back.
No, chicken breast comes from the breast. That's only on the pigs, the butt, the shoulder, all that.
That's confusing.
That happened a long, long time ago because of the Port of Boston, and they showed up in butts. Have we not covered this already? So when America was first being founded, and the Port of Boston is where all this stuff came into, pigs were not in America yet, not on a big scale.
Okay.
Pigs are not from America. They were brought over on the ships.
Nice. I'm glad they did that.
I am too. All right. So these things called butts that were salted down for preservation would show up at the Port of Boston. Inside of them were pork shoulders that people used to smoke, fire roast.
Shoulder in their butts?
The butt is a container like a drum.
Oh.
They just called it a butt. I don't know why. You have to Google that.
Okay, well, you left that part out.
When?
Like just now, you're talking about it comes over in a butt. I'm like, okay.
Oh, like president style? I mean, look at you with butt stuff.
No.
You are the butt
No.
stuff. You cannot
I'm silly.
You cannot delete anything we say. This is live radio. All right, do not hit the dump button again. We only get 2 of the show anyway, and who knows what I'm going to mess up really bad. But butts were a tub, like a plastic tote, all right? And they showed up at the Port of Boston. So when they would take the shoulders out, they became known as the Boston butts because that's how they arrived and where they arrived to and where they were distributed among the original 13 colonies.
Story to figure that out.
There's something wrong with you. So that's why they're called Boston butts. The butt of the pig, the actual butt, we either cure it, smoke it, salt it.
You cure butts.
Yes, I cure butts. I cure all your butt stuff. Yes, only with my wife though. I will also salt your butts. We'll turn them into hams. Oh my gosh, I'm sorry.
Ham comes from the butt.
This is why I say sorry, Mama. I'm very sorry for Nana. Yes. So the back of the pig, the back leg, the back butt of the actual pig is called the ham. Partially because of the hamstring, the ham, you know that. But it's also a cured product called the ham. The shoulder is called the butt. And then you have your picnic roast and your shanks and all the other stuff. Why are we talking about this?
Because it's interesting. You're educating. I don't know.
Oh, educational videos. We have a YouTube video coming out, and Hal and Heather was going to edit all this together to make it very fun to watch, okay, and stay engaged. But I am breaking down a whole cow on YouTube. All right, we'll put clips of it out on X, Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, but there's going to be a YouTube segment of breaking down a cow from start to finish, and then at the end, I will show you all the cuts. There will be no blood or guts or gore. All that part is done.
All right.
we're gonna only do the hand beef. I don't think I'll ever slaughter a cow for educational purposes. I think
Yeah,
that
there's
could.
only not enough
I think that could go.
do that.
I think that could go really hairy online.
We don't want to see that.
All right. Could you imagine if you came home? So, anyways, let me say this: if you don't always like, love, follow, subscribe to us, please go to Between the Ribs, Instagram, X, YouTube, Facebook, TikTok. Like us, subscribe to us, follow us, share us. We need the support. We're trying to grow that platform. Could you imagine coming home to squatters? And then you call the cops and they tell you to leave. We'll be right back.